In my late teens, I had a job at the Dalles Dam, and I was intrigued by someone else's full-time job. A woman who sat in a room at the top of the fish ladder, looking through a window and recording every kind of fish that went through in front of her, certain kinds of salmon and steelhead, and she had to keep her focus or her count would be inaccurate. And so it is with us spiritually. It is vital that we keep our focus on the main things. Welcome to Truth Talk with Ed Skipper, published 3 times a week. Listen to what Peter says we are to do in response to this glorious gospel that we have received. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 13. Therefore, with minds that are alert and fully sober, set your hope on the grace to be brought to you when Jesus Christ is revealed at his coming. I don't know about you, but I have noticed something about my driving. I don't know if it's always been this way, but when I see a beautiful scene and I look off to that scene, or I see something distracting on the side of the road, it doesn't take long at all before I drift out of my lane. Sometimes it has alarmed me how quickly that can happen. And so spiritually, it is easy to drift spiritually when we get distracted from the main things. So be alert. Be alert, for example, to bitterness that can crop up in your heart when you are wounded by someone and don't handle it properly. Be alert to lustful thoughts that can take over your mind. Be alert to ingratitude, to a complaining spirit that can so harm you spiritually. Listen again to Peter's words in 1 chapter 1, verse 13. Therefore, with minds that are alert and fully sober, set your hope on the grace to be brought to you when Jesus Christ is revealed at his coming. Fully sober, self-controlled, steady, and focused. Have you ever tried to take a walk with a toddler, and maybe you had a certain destination in mind that you were trying to arrive at, maybe even trying to arrive there at a certain time, but there's no hope because that toddler is so easily distracted. All it takes is a crack in the sidewalk, a bug on the sidewalk, a cat, a dandelion, a blade of grass even. They just stop at everything. And if you have a different goal in mind, it is very frustrating. And Peter is saying, don't be like a toddler spiritually. Keep your focus on Jesus' return, on the grace of the gospel, and on godly living. So let me ask you this question. What do you specifically need to be alert to that is a threat to your spiritual life? And I'd love to pray for you, just as I need prayer. If you'll let me know in the comments how we can be praying for you, that would be great, or you can contact me personally. And until next time, listen to the words of Paul that are very similar to Peter's words in Titus 2:11-14. For the grace of God that brings salvation has appeared to all men. It teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions and to live self-controlled, upright, and godly lives in this present age while we wait for the blessed hope, the glorious appearing of our great God and Savior, Jesus Christ, who gave himself for us to redeem us from all wickedness and to purify for himself a people that are his very own, eager to do good.